Can you believe it's been 42 years today since Knight Rider premiered? 42 years. Think of how much the world has changed in 42 years. So I thought it was only fitting to do a special video today, September 26th, 2024. Now, I did have grand plans to take KITT, out and do a nice backdrop and all this stuff, but it seemed like everything was against me today. First, I went to start KITT. He wouldn't start. Turns out cars need gas to start, and this car was out of gas. So I had to run to the gas station. Got a 5-gallon can of gas, put it in, started pouring down rain. So, plan B or C is you get KITT in a garage. Better than no KITT at all. So, in honor of Knight Rider's 42nd anniversary, I decided to do something a little bit different. I want to take us back to 8 p.m. Eastern on September 26, 1982, as much as I can, and show you what you would have seen if you had turned on NBC that night. And that includes some really cool promos for the pilot, promos that we've remastered in 4K. If you'll remember, a year or so ago, we did the Goliath Return, or was it Goliath? No, it was Goliath promo in 4K. We remastered that. Well, we remastered 3 of the pilot promos that we're going to show you. And we're going to do something a little bit different. We have an original recording from NBC on September 26, 1982, with all of the commercials. So we're going to break this up into segments, this video, and show you all of the commercials that aired for each break during the original pilot viewing in 1982. And we're also going to show you a special coming up next on Knight Rider promo that they did, that NBC did, that aired exactly one time, and that was on September 26, 1982. And we're going to end this for good measure with the end credits of the pilot with the NBC voiceover that they had on that night for upcoming programs. So obviously we can't show you the entire airing on YouTube, because we just can't. So this is the next best thing. So I think you're going to like it. So stick with us. Happy 42nd birthday, Knight Rider. All right, so before we get started, a couple things for you. 1, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like this video, please, and thank you. 2, in the comments below, let me know the first time you saw the original Knight Rider pilot. Was it in 1982 on September 26th on NBC? Maybe it was on one of the reruns on NBC in early 1983, or maybe it was in syndication years later. Let us know down in the comments below. All right, so coming up first, we've got this really, really neat commercial. This is the very first commercial that we ever saw for Knight Rider. It's so early, in fact, that they didn't even have the Knight Rider font. They just had a generic font in the commercial. And it contains a number of scenes that little clips of scenes that we don't see in the final aired episode. There's variations of those, but these are like alternate takes. So we remastered this in 4K using footage from the remastered pilot episode. But the scenes that were not in the actual pilot, we left as is. So you'll easily be able to tell which scenes were actually in the pilot and which ones weren't. So take a look at this.
How would you like to drive a car that talks, has a mind of its own, and goes faster than any car?
I am the voice of Knight Industry 2000's microprocessor.
This crime crasher is driven by Michael Knight, and it may be more than he bargained for.
I don't believe this.
So buckle up for action with the fastest show on television, Knight Rider.
All right, so next up, we've got the competition is no competition commercial. We've shared this on our channel before. In fact, there's an entire video on the origin of this commercial and us premiering the commercial. Up until we put this commercial out there on our channel, it hadn't been seen in like 40 years. So this commercial aired in the summer of 1982, right around the same time as that first promo commercial I just showed you. And this was, you know, this mysterious new car up against the General Lee and all the different things that that this Trans Am could do. It's a really, really neat commercial. So check it out.
Once upon a time, that was the hottest car on television. But now there's Knight Rider, and it can do a lot more than jump puddles. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope for a free copy of this road comparison. See why Knight Rider can give you bigger thrills on Friday nights. Write Knight Rider, Post Office Box 136, Hollywood, California. Buckle up for excitement with the fastest show in television.
All right, so that one aired roughly August to the beginning of September of 1982. All right, next up, we have a commercial that aired on NBC the day of September 26, 1982, earlier in the day to promote the show, the upcoming show. Once again, we've remastered this using all the original footage, except where, you know, the original footage isn't available. Although I think, if I remember correctly, this commercial didn't have any footage that was not in the show. So this one is completely remastered. And by the way, special thanks to Nick Nugent. He helped us identify all of the fonts used in all of these commercials and helped us get hooked up with those. So thanks, Nick. All right, check out this commercial from September 26, 1982.
Knight Rider, the 2-hour movie spectacular, crashes into your living room.
I don't believe this.
Don't miss Knight Rider the movie, tonight at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
All right, so it's now 8 p.m. on September 26, 1982. You're tuned in to NBC, and before the opening theme song, which at this point you've never heard, right? This is all new. There was a 1-minute bumper, I guess you could say. And this bumper only ever aired once on this night, never again. And it includes the NBC Sunday Night at the Movies bumper, and then a preview of what's to come. We remastered this. Turned out really, really great. Even remastered the NBC Sunday Night at the Movies bumper. I think it turned out amazing. There's a couple little scenes that weren't in the episode that we left the original footage in, but take a look at this. We also put together, we found clean audio from this commercial too, and cleaned it up even more and put it in. So I think you're really, really going to like this one. Check this one out.
Knight Rider, the 2-hour movie spectacular crashes into your living room.
I don't believe this.
Well, you'd better believe it. A lone crusader for justice drives this crime crasher.
The world's most fantastic car.
And together they can do just about anything.
After all, we're only human.
Don't press your luck.
And now buckle up for action with the fastest show on television, Knight Rider, the movie.
All right, so now we've the bumper's done. The episode has started, the theme song, and now we're in Act 1. So you have Act 1. You've got Michael Long, the whole scene at the casino. Michael drives out into the desert, gets shot. Wilton Knight rescues him, and he's recovering, right? And then we see this scene of Michael with his head bandaged, laying in bed at the Knight estate, and it cuts to commercial. These are the actual commercials you would have seen back in 1982 for that first commercial break.
Where do you get your coconut? Sun-drenched, naturally sweet coconut. Snowy white, tree-ripened coconut. Tender coconut.
You get it in your store in Peter Paul Mounds and Almond Joy. Juicy coconut and rich dark chocolate, that's Mounds. Moist coconut, almond and creamy milk chocolate, that's Almond Joy. You want great coconut? Get it in your store.
We do.
The great American dog food, Purina Dog Chow. Those crunchy, munchy nuggets, dogs really love that taste. And with that combination of flavors, it's not just good, it's great. Dog Chow brand dog food, they love that taste and how. It's the great American dog food, Purina Dog Chow. It's the largest selling dog food, so treat your dog right now to the great American dog food, Purina Dog Chow.
I could just scream. What now? Judy had 6 cats. Hold it, Bub. Forget something? Okay, Mom. And I have to stand on my ear to get her to brush. How did you do that?
Well, Bobby likes the taste of AIM. I think he even brushes longer. And checkups? Great checkups. You can't beat AIM for finding cavities.
Well, either I switch to AIM or we switch kids.
Take AIM against cavities, regular and mint.
Another scorcher today. We could hit 100.
Give me strength.
You've got it.
Harold, our dinner guests will be here in 20 minutes.
Give me strength.
You've got it. Shield's the deodorant soap that gives you extra strength. And now Shield is improved with richer, thicker lather. You're gonna feel fresher and cleaner than ever.
Here comes Charlie.
Ooh, hit the shower. She's dying to meet you.
Give me strength.
You got it. Extra strength Shield with new richer lather.
We're back. Act 2. Michael is still at the Knight estate, recovering. He's running, he's jogging, he's wondering what all these technicians are doing, going in and out of the warehouse at night. Goes in, meets KITT, goes for a drive, comes back. Wilton Knight dies, and then Devin sends him on his way in KITT, and Devin says, "What have you gotten me into?" And then we see KITT racing by, and then it cuts to the next commercial. Interestingly, if you watch the pilot, even the Blu-ray and everything, you know how at the commercial breaks, the screen freezes and then it gets smaller and you see a screenshot of KITT with his headlights up. There were 2 commercial breaks in the pilot where they didn't do that, and this is one of them. They just freeze framed on the scene, didn't minimize, didn't shrink the picture at all, just cut right to commercial. So here are the commercials seen after Act 2.
Juliet, my Juliet, I am... Okay, that's it for today. I am hungry.
Well, how about a snack, Romeo?
Twix? You changed candy bars on me?
Just try it.
Twix Cookie Bars, the chocolate candy with the cookie crunch. Rich milk chocolate over creamy caramel.
I love chocolate and caramel.
And that Twix Cookie Crunch.
Twix deserves an encore.
Twix Cookie Bars, the chocolate candy with a cookie crunch.
Start the day fresh, America.
Get a fresh start every day.
Now you don't have to wake up to the same dingy gray clothes if you use Fresh Start laundry detergent. Fresh Start combines the best of powders and liquids to help clean the gray even the leading detergent can leave behind. And as the gray goes away, your clothes will look cleaner, fresher, brighter.
Start the day fresh, America. Get a fresh start every day.
Patsy! Patsy! My cat got all A's. In school? No, at the veterinarian.
Patsy, you were right about Purina Cat Chow.
It's the good-for-your cat food with unsurpassed nutrition.
And he really loves it.
You know, when veterinarians recommend a cat food, more recommend Cat Chow brand than any other.
Is that why Cat Chow cats get all A's?
That's why they do the chow, chow, chow.
Depend on Purina Cat Chow.
The good-for-your cat food.
Chow, chow, chow.
In the puzzling world of vitamins and minerals, no leading brand is more complete than One A Day Plus Minerals. By comparison, Centrum is missing 3 nutrients. Myodex 7, Theragran M 8. Only One A Day Plus Minerals has the most complete vitamin and mineral solution. 24 vital nutrients to help you get what you need. In this puzzling world, no leading brand compares to One A Day Plus Minerals, the most complete solution.
NBC Sunday Night at the Movies returns following these messages.
Friday, he's Matthew Starr, a teenage super hunk leading the secret life of a superhero. Teen idol Peter Barton stars in the first new hit of the season, The Powers of Matthew Starr.
A very, very big message for grown-ups.
Do I look 20% smaller to you? I must to McDonald's. When I order a regular burger at McDonald's, they make it with 20% less meat than Burger King. Unbelievable. Luckily, I know a perfect way to show McDonald's how I feel. I go to Burger King. Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
You're in 14 country.
Knight Rider continues, starring David Hasselhoff, Edward Mulhare, Phyllis Davis, and Richard Basehart.
All right, Act 3. Here we have Michael driving, falling asleep. The police follow him. He's plumb asleep at the wheel. They pull him over, all that stuff. Michael heads to House of the Rising Sun, meets Lonnie there, and that whole act ends with Tanya Walker on the phone telling them that Michael's dangerous. The license plate, Knight, K-N-I-G-H-T. She hangs up, and then she hugs William Benjamin and gives this sly look. And then it cuts to the next commercial break, which is what you'll see here.
It's here, the better tolerated aspirin, new improved Bayer aspirin with the patented micro-thin coating. It's better tolerated than regular aspirin. Here's why. Regular aspirin can be chalky, hard to swallow, but coated Bayer goes right down with no bitter taste in the throat, no burning, and Bayer is as fast and effective as ever. It's here, improved Bayer with the patented micro-thin coating, new improved Bayer.
My radio! See what you find when you clean out your closet? I lost this about 2 years ago. Hey, still energized.
Comparing all leading battery brands after 2 years, nothing outlasts the Energizer from Eveready. Nothing outsnaps it, nothing outadds, outwalks, outtapes, outshines, outlasts it. Nothing.
About 2 years and still energized.
Energizer, energize for life.
Long life.
Energize me.
Life inside a pack of M&M's chocolate candies. Hey, Em, notice anything different in here lately?
It's getting awfully crowded, huh? Oh, pardon me.
They keep putting more and more of us in here, you know.
I know, and it's the same old price, huh?
Yeah, except we got an overpopulation problem.
Oh, can't we do something about it?
Look, here come some workmen.
They're making our pack bigger. Yay!
With more M&M's per pack, you get more rich, delicious milk chocolate for the same price. The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Next Sunday, Bob Hope and Johnny Carson star in 2 spectacular specials in one night. First, Bob kicks off his 33rd year on television with Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton together, plus Tom Selleck, Brooke Shields, Ricky Schroeder, and Linda Evans. Then, the best of over 5,000 Tonight shows with clips never shown on any special. It's the 20th anniversary starring
Mr. Monologue himself, Johnny Carson.
It all happens next Sunday, the funniest night of NBC week.
All right, now we're at Act 4. Michael leaves House of the Rising Sun. He meets Maggie, takes Maggie back to her apartment, meets Buddy. They agree to, or Michael decides to enter KITT into the demolition derby. And at that point, he drives to a payphone. Don't know why he doesn't call Devin and KITT, but I guess he didn't know about that feature yet. Talks to Devin, tells him what a demolition derby is, and meanwhile Jackson and Brown, the car thieves, try and break into KITT. They didn't have any luck, and Jackson leaves. He's frustrated. He said, that car's going to be mine. Gets into his Firebird, which was Glenn Larson's personal Firebird, and then it cuts to commercial break, and here is that commercial break.
This is Robitussin cough medicine, a name you trust. And this is new Robitussin Night Relief Colds formula, a responsible way to treat nighttime cold miseries for hours of restful sleep. New Robitussin Night Relief works fast to help you breathe easier so you can sleep. Works hour after hour to relieve sniffles, coughs, aches, fever. Trust Robitussin Night Relief Colds formula, a responsible way to treat nighttime cold miseries.
A ranger never takes the easy way out.
You're reaching deep inside you for things you've never known. Go!
That's why getting into the Rangers is tough, and the training is tough.
Be all that you can be.
So it makes me feel like I'm part of something really special.
Be all that you can be.
And I'm not the only one.
You can do it in the army.
2 blades are better than 1 blade. I get the big shave I can get.
2 blades are better than 1 blade. That's the good news razor from Gillette.
The Good News disposable razor with 2 blades is better than any single blade disposable. With Good News, the first blade grabs the whisker and shaves it. Then the second blade can shave it again before it snaps back for a closer shave.
2 blades are better than 1 blade. That's the Good News razor from Gillette. The Good News razor from Gillette.
Mike Dale thinks he's about to eat the same candy bar he always eats. Mike, try a Twix candy bar instead.
Why? I'm happy with my favorite.
Ah, but does your favorite candy bar have a mix?
A what?
A mix. Rich milk chocolate.
I love chocolate.
Creamy caramel.
Chocolate and caramel? They're great together.
And a cookie crunch.
Crunch?
Right, that's the mix.
Twix is delicious.
Twix cookie bars, the chocolate candy with the cookie crunch.
Delicious.
Sunday, it's the Wild West as the Voyagers help Buffalo Bill rescue Annie Oakley. Then Ponch's hot date ends in a desperate showdown with kidnappers on Chips. He was a living legend. She dared to love him. But a date with destiny would stand in their way. Marie Osmond and Bruce Boxleitner star in I Married Wyatt Earp Monday.
This is NBC News Capsule, sponsored by Fox Video Games. Here is Bill Schechner.
Good evening. Unemployment went up again in December to 10.8%. The new jobless rate was up 0.1% from the adjusted figures for November. A General Accounting Office report out today says natural gas prices are rising sharply, mainly because many pipeline companies are buying expensive rather than cheap gas. Some pipelines are locked into such purchases by existing contracts. More in a moment.
A great movie has now become an exciting new video game, Alien. One of the new games of the century from 20th Century Fox.
A major eruption of the Kilauea volcano on Hawaii sent bursts of lava 500 feet into the air today. Civil defense officials met with local agencies to review evacuation procedures. I'm Bill Schechner in New York. More news later on this NBC station and on NBC News overnight.
1983, Toyota has the #1 selling small truck in the world, and your Toyota dealer's gonna keep it that way. He's selling these all-new 83 trucks at less than 82 prices. Short beds, long beds, 4x4s, and 3/4 tons. That's right. 13 of 16 models are priced lower than last year's. So come see your Toyota dealer today and get 83 trucks at less than 82 prices.
What will you do with all the money you save?
Morning.
Isn't that the Jack-in-the-Box man?
Pet, is it time for my crescent breakfast? Almost. But first, a comparison. Do the other guys have a buttery flake croissant? Are you kidding? And do they make it 4 ways, like Jack-in-the-Box does, with a fresh egg, cheeses, and your choice of ham, bacon, or sausage?
No way. Boy, how could the other guys ever beat this?
They'd have to get up pretty early in the morning.
4 crescent breakfast sandwiches from Jack-in-the-Box. There's no comparison.
The Glenn Campbell Music Show with the Smothers Brothers, 7:30 tomorrow.
All right, Act 5. We're at the Demolition Derby. KITT and Michael wow everyone with ski mode and turbo boost and all that stuff. Michael then takes Maggie home. He then pulls into the gas station, gets out, calls Devin on another payphone. Jackson and Brown steal KITT, go for a joyride, do some 360s with gas pouring out of the gas tank, turbo boost over some stalled cars, end up at the police station when KITT takes over. KITT ejects them out. They land on the roof of the police cruiser, and then it cuts to the next commercial break. And here it is.
You'll only find those Oz at Pizza Hut.
And are made in a special pan pizza.
Where else can you get those O's?
In our mozzarella cheese and golden crust.
And those mms in a great pan pizza.
Pizza Hut pan pizza. You just can't get a pan full of Oz anyplace else.
At your hometown Pizza Hut.
Made, baked, and served in a pan.
Welcome to Miller Time. It's all yours, and it's all mine. Bring your thirsty self right here. You've got the time, we've got the beer, for what you have in mind. Welcome to Miller Time, yours and mine.
The best beer for the best time of the day. Miller High Life.
Now, Old Spice gives you two-fisted protection with original Old Spice deodorant and now new super dry antiperspirant. Both have that famous Old Spice scent. So what's the difference? Old Spice deodorant helps knock out odor. And now new Old Spice antiperspirant fights odor while it helps wipe out wetness. And they both work overtime. Old Spice, one name that gives you two-fisted protection.
Before you go out, you get 1 hat, 2 gloves, and 4 oranges.
But that's not 4 oranges.
No, this is Flintstones with extra C, but it's got as much vitamin C as 4 oranges.
Hey, that is a lot.
4 times as much as any other leading brand. So Flintstones gives him 9 essential vitamins to help complete a balanced diet. Plus the extra C I want.
More moms are reaching for Flintstones, because it's got
Extra vitamin C.
Saturday.
You're making a big mistake.
Willis is moving out.
You're packing my underwear.
And Ricky's party's a real drag.
No kidding.
Silver spoons.
Would you believe a mad scientist who wears a stocking is about to blow the pants off everyone in the world? It's the return of Maxwell Smart on a Movie of the Week, Tuesday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Now's the time. Time for Safeway's first saving celebration of the year. It's Safeway's 68th anniversary sale. We're celebrating by marking down our low prices for more savings on more items in every Safeway store. So get ready to save during Safeway's 68th anniversary sale. It only happens once a year. Today's Safeway. For 68 years, we've been giving you a little bit more.
KITT 101.
You know you can find your favorite rock and roll on KITT 101, where songs are solid gold. Hit songs from the present and great ones from the past. With all your favorite records, we make the memories last.
KITT 101.
Evacuations from Hawaiian volcano, the story and pictures at 11.
All right, so Act 6. Michael is arrested. KITT is towed to Comtron. They try and break into KITT. Michael's sitting in jail. KITT self-activates, breaks Michael Knight out of prison. And then Fred Wilson and Sims lead a chase, or they chase Michael. He goes back to Comtron, confronts Tanya. He gets shot, leaves, crashes through the side of the Comtron trailer, and then right about that time, it cuts to another commercial break. This is the Act 6 commercial break.
When you burn the candle at both ends, there's a vitamin just for you. New advanced formula stress tabs, now with biotin. A vitamin not found in other stress formulas. A vitamin essential to help convert food to energy. When you burn the candle at both ends, support your diet with new advanced formula stress tabs with biotin.
I'm financial supervisor of the Watson family. My job's to keep costs down. Your 3 minutes are up, madam. Not easy. Because I want what's right for my family. And that means cushion-quilted Pampers. I've tried bargain brands. Pampers helps keep my Billy a lot drier. And dryness is what I want for my baby.
Look, wet a Pampers and the average bargain brand. Wait a minute. Slip in a blotter. Pampers cushion-quilted lining helps keep babies a lot drier.
Ring, ring. It's for you, Billy.
Tell him to call back. I've got to change him.
Pampers.
They help keep him a lot drier.
Cushion-quilted Pampers helps keep a little baby a lot drier.
Did you brush your teeth yet?
Math test tomorrow.
Can't help you with metrics.
I thought you knew everything.
Hey, I do about some things, like cavities.
Oh.
I know you could get even fewer than I did.
How you know that?
Because I know Advanced Formula Crest has fluorostat.
So?
Compared to the Crest I grew up on, it's even tougher.
My homework's tougher, too.
Quit worrying. You always make Mom and me real proud.
With Crest, your kids could have even fewer cavities than you did.
Now you can get your kids this Crest Team T-shirt free by mail when you buy 5 large tubes of Crest, so they can fight those cavity creeps coming and going. See details at participating stores.
All right, so now Act 7 is the finale. So it's the rest of the episode. Michael, they go to the airport, the plane blows up, Tanya shoots bullet ricochets, she's killed, everything is buttoned up nice. Michael goes to the hospital, Maggie meets Michael at the hospital, and then we see KITT being towed, and Devin and Michael have a back and forth, and then they take off in the Knight Foundation's private jet to our future, no matter who it may take us up against or where, clean glasses, and then it goes to the epilogue with Richard Basehart, Michael Knight, A Lone Crusader in a Dangerous World, The World of the Knight Rider, and then the end credits. So right there, end credits. Immediately after that, there was a 30 to 45 second teaser narrated by Edward Mulhare stating what's coming up next on Knight Rider. So, and it shows clips from Deadly Maneuvers and clips from Good Day at White Rock. And what's interesting is there's a clip from Deadly Maneuvers in this little teaser. where Robin Ladd says, "Is this a car or a spaceship?" And Michael says, "A little bit of both." I think that was the scene that wasn't in the episode. But, or is it, how are we getting in the same way we got out? One of those two. Anyways, there's a scene in there where, that's not in the actual episode, which is really neat. So, and then after that promo, then it went into the last set of commercials before the end of the episode. So here is that really, really cool promo, aired one time, September 26, 1982.
Here are scenes from upcoming episodes of Knight Rider. There is a black, unmarked car approaching ground zero.
How do we get out of here?
Same way we got in. Fire the heat-seeking missiles. Can you take a direct hit, KITT?
I don't think we want to find out how.
Is this a car or a spaceship?
A little bit of both. Premiering this Friday at 9, 8 Central, Knight Rider.
3 Musketeers, over 2 1/4 ounces.
Wow!
The bar that gives you lots more of what you buy chocolate for is now even bigger.
At no increase in price.
More chocolate, same great quality as ever. More chocolate than before.
For me, there's no better chocolate taste.
3 Musketeers, the bar that gives you lots more of what you buy chocolate for is now even bigger.
No soft food gives your dog what Milk-Bone dog biscuits can. A teeth-cleaning crunch.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Crunch, 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 crunch.
100% nutritious Milk-Bone dog biscuits help remove stains, tartar, and particles soft foods leave behind for cleaner, whiter teeth.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Milk-Bone dog biscuits, the crunch food for over 75 years.
You are the player, and the arcade is the arena. You focus your mind and propel yourself into a universe where you're the master of your destiny for as long as you can keep the trip going. This is the arcade experience. We're ColecoVision. We bring the arcade experience home with games like Donkey Kong with multiple screens, arcade control.
All right, and finally, after that last commercial break, we go to the end credits. The end credits are exactly the same as on any of the home releases have ever been. Interestingly, this is the only episode where the credits scroll instead of flash on the screen. But one thing that was unique is the NBC announcer chimes in the middle of the credits talking about what's coming up next on NBC. So here is that segment from the end credits where he talks about what's coming up.
1 week from tonight, get set for the season premiere of Voyagers. It's a journey through the ages with a handsome time traveler and his smart young partner. Voyagers, 60 minutes of spectacular excitement, starting next week. Now stay tuned as Dick Clark hosts TV Censored Bloopers number 3, all on NBC.
Okay, so even though we couldn't give you the whole picture, I think that you can splice it all together, and that kind of gives you an idea of what it was like 42 years ago tonight. Isn't that really neat? So happy birthday, Knight Rider. There's so much more to come. We're gonna have to figure out something to do for the 50th birthday. I guess we still have a little bit of time for that. So hope you enjoyed this. I thought this was kind of a unique video, something that we'd never really done before. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Let us know down in the comments below, did you watch the pilot originally when it aired? When was the first time you saw the Knight Rider pilot? As always, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Hello friends, it's me, KITT. When I'm not out fighting crime, I like to follow my friends at knightriderhistorians.com. Check it out.